Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. Tonight we are joined by John, who is a new media professor from the University of Maine. John, thank you so much for taking the time with us tonight.
Glad to be here.
So AI, over the past few years, a lot of people have had some growing concerns about what it can mean in the classroom, and you've really been diving into this at the University of Maine.
Yeah, some colleagues and I have really looked at this because, education is ground zero for AI disruption. Like, it's hitting there faster than any other industry. So, that can be good things. You have the ability to create chatbots that tailor content to a specific student, or can automate tasks, make teachers' life more efficient. It can be really bad things, like these AIs reinforce biases. Even with perfect data, you still get stereotypes out of these systems. You also have the obvious one when you hear statistics like 90% of students have used ChatGPT to produce some kind of homework, right? That it's a kind of knockoff experience. You're not getting that kind of skill building or personal growth that you would in a normal classroom.
Absolutely. And you say AI disruptions. Now, can you define that a little bit just for the viewers at home that might not be familiar with this territory?
Yeah, so we've had different technologies in the past that have changed things. When students could look something up on Google, or even back when they could use a calculator in class, these were considered technologies that would, like, why would you learn, to do multiplication tables if you have a calculator that can do it for you? Or what if students do homework by looking up facts on Google? Well, then learning facts isn't that important anymore. This is at least that big a disruption, and many people think even bigger, because now you have essentially a little tool where there's a little form, and you can say, write me a 5-paragraph essay at the sophomore college level on the French Revolution, and boom, 30 seconds, you've got your essay.
Yeah, and like that calculator, like Google, what are the issues that we're seeing? Why should students still use the tools that AI would use for them, essentially?
Well, so at the University of Maine, we've really tackled this head on. So instead of, there's a sort of like, oh, we'll adopt it and accept everything that the AI companies tell us, it's going to be great, it's going to solve cancer and all this. And then there's professors who are like, nope, never in my classroom, don't use it. And some of them are going back to those old blue books where you write stuff down to take a test. Literally, like pen and paper. We've taken a middle ground approach where we're going to test stuff and kind of pressure test it, see how it does in the classroom. So my colleagues, Greg Nelson, Troy Schotter, and I did a 2-year study of 100 undergrads. And we're like, okay, let's have you do 8 creative tasks, everything from writing an essay, creating an animation, audio, video, coding a website. Do it without AI, and then do it with AI. And we examine the differences. And what we found is that, for example, how you prompt the AI, the words you choose, make a huge difference in how good the quality is. Right? And you can also invite students to do it in a way that kind of gives them feedback, as opposed to just generating the whole thing whole cloth for them. We also found that students were really nervous about their career prospects, especially creators. You're an artist, you're a designer, and suddenly you can just spit out a logo in 10 seconds with one of these free tools. After our class, we're sort of happy to report they came away with more confidence about their job prospects in the future. We also looked at different kinds of assignments we could give. There's one called the AI sandwich, we call it, which is like, pick the things that AI can do well, give it to that bot. Pick the things that students can do well, give it to the student. And it includes things like going home and talking to people in their communities about local issues and reporting that back. Because no AI robot's going to go to your town hall and find out what's going on.
So with that AI sandwich, are we kind of working towards a future where there's an integration, but not, we're just giving all the information to AI and having AI do all the work?
I think that's the future. Everyone will draw that line differently. Some people are all gas, no brakes. Let's just give the AI everything and robots will do all our work and we'll sit back and eat grapes. I don't think that's real. And other people like, this is really a complete fakery and it's not worth anything. I think that's not really real either. Now, there are AI downsides. We could talk about them. The environment's a big one people talk about, for example.
Absolutely. Well, we are running out of time tonight, but for people that are interested, you do have a kind of workshop or a seminar coming up. Can you tell us a little bit about that before we go?
So it's a second Maine AI conference. It happens in Orono, on the Orono campus of the University of Maine, a week from today. Friday the 13th. And it's going to cover things like, legal risks, security, business opportunities, creativity, teaching, all this good stuff. My favorite part is an unconference, which is where the participants who show up say, this is what we want to talk about, and democratically determine these tables. We put like tackers on tables with the subjects. They go find the tables, have those conversations. It's going to be a great opportunity to network with people who share the same concerns as you.
All right. Well, John, thank you so much. We'll have a link to the conference a little bit later on our website tonight. Thank you again, John.
ai.umaine.edu. That's an easy one to remember.
Perfect. All right. After the break, Chase is in with our weather.